So, recently I requests on Tumblr for different characters from the Magnus archives that I could try my hand at drawing because up until now I've only really drawn John, a tiny bit of Martin, and a lot of Max Musterman, but we're not going into why I do that. But I've gotten a couple requests already that I'm going to be slowly making my way through, or I'll try to do it quicker, but I've got a lot of things going on. But I decided the easiest to start with would be Elias. I was wrong about it being the easiest. An issue I run into a lot, both when it comes to drawing Elias, but also when I'm just listening to the podcast, is I confuse him with John a lot. Like, I have literally right now, as I record this, I have one of my pictures of John just sitting here so I could look at it while I drew Elias, just to make sure that I wasn't making them look identical. And even in the podcast, as I listen, there have been several times where Elias is talking and I've gone, oh, it's John. Okay, I need to pause because in this stupid speed paint, I pull up a picture of Damon Gant because I, for some reason, think that it looks really similar to how I'm drawing Elias. And I think that's hilarious. I don't know if it actually looks similar, but that's just how I thought it looked. That's beautiful. I've never even played Rise from the Ashes. I haven't been in the Ace Attorney fandom in so long. Anyways, like, when I listened to The Librarian for the first time, important moment of Elias walking in and talking to Jürgen Leitner, and I thought that John had walked back in and was evil now. I thought it was evil John. I don't... But the other main problem I ran into is that Elias is not young, as far as I'm aware. I don't know how to draw old men at all. So I gave him the biggest, babiest eyes ever, until I had to shrink them whenever I do that. But there are some aspects of the design here that I'm pretty proud of. It's not the most, novel design anyone's ever come up with. I tried to make it just of my own thoughts and opinions. I wasn't really going based off of other people's designs, but of course it leaks in anyway. So like, he's wearing waistcoat, he's graying, he's got facial hair, he's got like the glasses chained, whatever those are called. I don't wear glasses. I eventually realized that his head was a triangle, and I had to fix that, and it makes it, he kind of looks a little weirder, but it's better than looking like a triangle. I think some of my favorite things that I did with the design is, especially with his hair, because I wanted later on, when I was recording, to show off how I fit sort of the eye shape into it. You might still be able to see it, but I gave kind of like the shape of the eye in how the sides of the hair frame his face and how there's sort of the curve with his hairline. That was on purpose. I'm not sure if I was trying to do a similar thing with the tufts of hair on the back or not. I don't know. I think currently the other requests I've gotten 4 requests so far. I already drew Michael, but I wasn't going to film that because, first of all, I hadn't even had the idea yet that I could film that. Second of all, Michael is one I had already tried my hand at before, never posted it anywhere, but still. And I was just going to go crazy with it. I wasn't actually going to be figuring out a design, so you can go see that on, like, my Instagram. It's very bright and very crazy, but that's Michael Distortion. It is Michael Distortion. I don't know what else you would want me to draw for that. My other requests were Elias, Peter Lucas, and Jerry Key. Jerry will probably be the next easiest to draw. Probably would have been the easiest out of all three of these. I don't know why I went with Elias first, but I think he was just who I had the most motivation to draw. I don't know why I struggled so hard to pick a skin tone here. It made no difference. Looking back, these all look the exact same. What was I doing? And then I go back and completely change it anyways. One thing I notice is that I don't understand how people are able to use the fill tool. I understand that it's probably a huge time saver. I wish I could have that time saver. I don't know if it has something to do with just the way I use the fill tool, or if it has something to do with the way I do my line art, but I try to do it and it is so uneven compared to how a lot of people manage to do it so cleanly. And, I wish I could have that. Please. But I will say, it is very fun in like a coloring book way to just fill everything in manually. Oh, excuse me. Oh, heavens. I think I'm trying to be a little more mindful with my art. This is kind of me taking steps towards that, where instead of just like, go, get the picture up, get the picture out, get the picture out, which I understand to some degree can be helpful to just get it down and then fix it up later. I do a lot of the getting it down, not a lot of the fixing up later. So after getting the basic colors down, I just kind of went through each section. I was like, do I want to add a little extra color here as a treat? Do I want to make this look a little extra nice as a treat? I'm shit at backgrounds. That's a side thing that I'll get into when I'm actually on the background. But I like my style. I like my process. But I do want to make some changes to it. I feel like I hold myself back from making actual quality stuff. Whatever I have is like the opposite of perfectionism, where I keep going for like, yeah, that looks good enough. And then I'll look back at it later and I'm like, there are so many things that if I actually sat with my art for a little longer or decided I wanted to go a little more the extra mile with it, it would look so much better. Like what I'm doing right now with adding the little extra bits of color to the hair, that it looks a lot more purple than I wanted it to. But doing that, I added some extra color to his face. It's not like huge changes. It's not the level of like effort and quality that I wish I could put into my art. But I think it's still some good steps forward. Part of me really worries, because I'm just recording this blind. I don't have any points written down or anything of that sort. So I hope I'm not leaving some topics just completely unfinished. I guess when I go back, I'll find out if I did or not. I guess I should talk about how I feel about Elias in the actual podcast, because I'm not finished. I'm at 111, and I don't remember. Oh yeah, last thing that I heard him do was psychologically torture Melanie. I wasn't happy about that. I already hated him. I did get some major things about him spoiled that I'm not going to say in my voiceover, because I'm kind like that and I want everyone else to be kind to me in the same way. But still excited to see how things go in my podcast, and I'm totally not terrified. That's a difficult thing, I think, with especially the Magnus Archives. I love this podcast to death. I want to talk about it forever. I want to draw all the characters for it. I want to do so much art for it, but God, I need the time. Trouble being, I've had a lot of mental health things going on recently, and knowing that things are only going to get more intense, especially at the point that I'm at, I can't handle that right now. So as much as I want to listen to it, I have to be really careful. And, probably once I'm out of final projects, once I'm out of exams, I can just speed through it. But when you've got school going on, when you've got interpersonal problems, it's a lot. I think it's just about, yep, I start working on the background. I'm so ass at backgrounds. Can someone please find me? Someone made an alignment chart, that whole like chaotic good, true neutral, chaotic evil, lawful evil, all that stuff with different ways that artists do their backgrounds. I had that image somewhere and I lost it. I need it back so badly. Both because it's just a good image, and also because I feel like let's not worry about that. I feel like I'm so limited in the ways that I do my backgrounds, and even if I'm just like following the cliches laid out on someone's meme, that's at least going to be more variety than what I put. I wish I could do better backgrounds. I wish I had the energy to put more effort into my art. As is, I'm really proud of this piece, and excited to work on the other characters, and I suppose I'll give my opinions on those ones when I get to them. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna eat you now.